Lose Fat Easy as is 1 2 3. Lose Weight and Gain Confidence. By Stephanie Nake. Registered Nutrition Specialist AFN. Redactor, Dr. Anum Khan, MBBS. www.nutrimin.org. A science-based research program. All rights reserved. No part of this guide may be reproduced in any form without permission and writing from the publisher except in the case of brief quotations embodied in critical articles or reviews. Legal and disclaimer. The information contained in this book is not designed to replace or take the place of any form of medicine or professional medical advice. The information in this book has been provided for educational and entertainment purposes only. The information contained in this book has been compiled from sources deemed reliable, and it is accurate to the best of the author's knowledge. However, the author cannot guarantee its accuracy and validity and cannot be held liable for any errors or omissions. Changes are periodically made to this book. You must consult your doctor or get professional medical advice before using any of the suggested remedies, techniques, or information in this book. Upon using the information contained in this book, you agree to hold harmless the author from and against any damages, costs, and expenses, including any legal fees potentially resulting from the application of any of the information provided by this guide. This disclaimer applies to any damages or injury caused by the use and application, whether directly or indirectly, of any advice or information presented, whether for breach of contract, tort, negligence, personal injury, criminal intent, or under any other cause of action. You agree to accept all risks of using the information presented inside this book. You need to consult a professional medical practitioner in order to ensure you are both able and healthy enough to participate in this program. Introduction. Chapter 1. Contents. Basics of intermittent fasting, if, and keto dieting. Intermittent fasting, if. What is it? How intermittent fasting works. Who should try if. Keto dieting. What is it? How keto diet works. Who should try keto dieting? How does intermittent fasting and keto dieting work together? Benefits of intermittent fasting and keto dieting. Chapter 2. Put in the work. Roadmap to getting started on IF and keto diet. Guidelines on how to get started. An introduction to supplementation. Busting common myths. Intermittent fasting myths. Keto dieting myths. Common mistakes made. Chapter 3. Recipe guide for intermittent fasting and keto diet. Snack recipes, main dish recipes, dessert recipes. Bonus chapter. A word on supplementation. Protein isolate. BCAA. CLA. Krill oil. L-carnitine. Apple cider pills. Vitamin C. Green coffee pills. Conclusion. References. For years, most people, if not all, have always known and understood that their choice and amount of food have a direct impact on their health and well-being. But did you know that, when you decide to eat can also have a great impact in how you feel and how your body processes food? This is where intermittent fasting comes in. Intermittent fasting is more of a dieting pattern than an actual diet. In the world of health and nutrition, it is a fairly new concept but very popular among health gurus and fitness buffs. This is, in large part, thanks to the overwhelming amount of scientific research studies carried out on the subject. The concept of intermittent fasting has been found to have numerous benefits such as improving insulin sensitivity, blood sugar and the levels of human growth hormones, HGH, among many others. The keto diet, on the other hand, is more of an actual diet approach that has been found to work quite well with intermittent fasting. These two work in tandem with each other, allowing you to experience an array of health benefits. Depending on how you structure your intermittent fasting and keto diet plans, you can customize for weight loss, weight management and maintenance or muscle gain. All of this has been discussed in great detail in this book. Why don't you flip the pages and enjoy Basics of Intermittent Fasting, if, and Keto Dieting. Intermittent fasting, if. What is it? Chapter 1. Technically speaking, intermittent fasting does not really restrict calories, at least not in the traditional sense of the concept. Intermittent fasting is more of a pattern of eating where you go for hours without eating, hence the fasting. These prolonged periods can be anywhere between 14 to 20 hours, however, some people are known to push it up to 36 hours. When your feeding window starts, you are allowed to eat as much as you want, without worrying about your caloric intake. Once your feeding window is over, you cannot eat or drink anything with caloric value. There are, however, some variations of intermittent fasting diets that allow you to have drinks such as tea or black coffee sweetened with stevia or erythritol during your fasting period. One approach to a successful intermittent fasting dieting is by ensuring that your macronutrient targets and requirements for the day are met during your feeding window. For a good number of people, this may be hard to impossible to achieve because they can only eat so much. If you happen to be one of those people who fail to meet their macronutrient requirements during the feeding window, it is not a big deal. Normally, it is your appetite that is going to govern how much you eat. Strive to meet your protein intake requirements as this has to be prioritized, then keep your carbs intake low. This will help you keep your muscle mass intact, increase your basal metabolic rate and consequently burn more body fat. Intermittent fasting's calorie restriction. From time to time, you will see intermittent fasting being compared to the caloric restriction approach of eating. This is because both approaches have exhibited a number of similar health benefits. The caloric restriction approach, however, has, over time, proven to have far too many downsides, compared to the intermittent fasting approach. This is mainly because the former has been linked to the following: muscle loss, a decrease in bone mineral density, severe macronutrient deficiencies. There have been multiple studies comparing these two, with the conclusion almost always being that both are good for weight loss, but intermittent fasting edges caloric restriction out when it comes to lean muscle retention. So, is there a way that you can improve your health, maintain a healthy weight and enjoy food and life in general without restricting yourself at the same time? That is what this book aims to not only prove possible, but also demonstrate how you can make it work for you at home. Right now, let's discuss how it works. How intermittent fasting works. The benefit of intermittent fasting mainly comes from the secretion of human growth hormone, HGH, especially with regards to people who are looking to get in the best possible shape and or lead a healthy lifestyle. Notice how adolescents put on muscles and even recover from muscle soreness much faster? Well, a lot of that has to do with the fact that they have a lot of HGH being secreted by their pituitary. It triggers the bones and the muscles to grow. However, HGH levels start to naturally decline as we age. Suffice to say that if you have higher levels of HGH, it is only natural that you would have higher levels of lean body mass and lower levels of body fat. As a matter of fact, these two have been clinically associated with each other. Like all hormones, HGH varies with its secretion levels throughout the day. If you learn how to eat to manipulate these fluctuations, you can begin to see progress in your health and weight. Basically, HGH levels are highest in the morning when you wake up. This is because you have been fasting and not flooding your body with food. The body therefore responds by secreting the hormone in order to preserve body weight. Once you have breakfast after waking up, what happens is that you shut down that whole mechanism causing HGH to drop. So what does this mean? Well, if you start fasting, you are basically extending the life of that HGH secretion, allowing you to build a little more muscle and become leaner. The tricky downside to this is that your body will lack the caloric requirements to support a healthy muscle growth during this period. Therefore, meal timing is going to be crucial here. This brings us to the two most common types of intermittent fasting. Types of fasting. Daily fast. This is a very common type of IF. It is where you fast for like 14 to 18 hours and then you binge for about 6 to 8 hours. It is worth noting that binging, in this case, does not refer to loading up on junk food, rather healthy food options. This type of IF is done every single day. While this still gives you the benefit of the HGH secretion, it is not to the extent that you would get with a full day fast once a week, which is the other type of IF that we will talk about next. This daily fast allows you to capitalize on insulin levels. With daily fast, you are reducing your caloric intake to pretty much nothing for 18 hours, doing your workout at the end of the fasting period and then break your fast with a post-workout meal and binge for a few hours. This allows you to capitalize a bit on insulin sensitivity and HGH secretion. When you do eat, your body latches onto the food, absorb it and improve your recovery. Full day fast. In this type of IF, you pick one day of the week and fast for the entire day, 24 hours. This means that you are going to go about your activities as usual, only drink water and go to bed hungry. It has positive effects in the way of cellular inflammation. It gives your digestive system a break. However, it is not ideal for people trying to build copious amounts of muscle but works really well for those that are trying to stimulating recovery. The other benefit of this is that it gives you a whole 24 hours of HGH secretion. Types of fasting. Daily fast. A daily fast allows you to focus throughout the day without distractions of the multiple meal breaks in a conventional diet plan. It is great for business people, people with busy lives. It helps you get more work done. However, if you are trying to get very ripped, this is not an ideal plan for you. This is because the rebound effect when you do start eating is pretty intense and will probably keep you from becoming super lean. Full day fast. Full day fast is great for those who are not carrying a large amount of muscle mass, trying to stay ripped or lean, trying to achieve a little bit of weight loss. It is also good for people who are already athletes. This is because athletes tend to have higher caloric needs, so fasting every single day or every other day may not be the most ideal option. Just pick one day of the week that works really well for you and try a full day fast while keeping your water intake high and workout as normal. Keto dieting. What is it? The keto diet, also known as the ketogenic diet or low carb high fat, LCHF, is an eating plan that consists of mostly fat and protein and little to no carbohydrates. Staples of the keto diet are eggs, dairy, meat, fish, oils, and green vegetables. Rice, pasta and other grains, potatoes, and fruits are kept at an extreme minimum. This diet puts the body into a metabolic state known as ketosis, which we are going to expound on shortly. This approach to dieting has been taking the world by storm recently because of the way it reverses body functions and changes the way we view healthy nutrition. In simple terms, by shifting your calorie intake to high fat, moderate protein, and very low carb, your body stops burning glucose for energy and begins burning ketones. This allows your body to turn to stored fat for fuel instead of the sugar in your morning bowl of cereal. Among the many benefits of this diet include reduced body and joint inflammation, reduced episodes of insomnia, improved blood pressure levels, stability in blood sugar levels, improved blood cholesterol levels, enhanced cognitive function, clearer and brighter skin, improved recovery from workouts. To fully grasp the concept of ketosis, we'll have to first understand how the keto diet works. How keto diet works. When you consume food high in carbs, your body will produce glucose and insulin. Here's why. Glucose is the simplest molecule for your body to convert and use as energy so that it will be prioritized over any other energy source. Insulin is produced to process the glucose in your bloodstream by taking it around the body. Since the glucose is being used as a primary energy, your fats are not needed and are therefore stored. Typically, on a normal, higher carbohydrate diet, the body will use glucose as the main form of energy. During digestion, the body breaks down carbohydrates, like those found in the verboten foods above, into molecules of fructose, galactose, and glucose, the last of which serves as the body's primary source of energy. Limiting the amount of carbs you consume in your food denies the body the chance to convert said carbs into glucose, thus inducing your body into a state of ketosis. When the body can't draw it from carbohydrates, either because they've been cut out of the diet or because a person hasn't eaten for a long time, it looks for other forms of energy. So, what exactly is ketosis? Ketosis is a natural process the body initiates to help us survive when food intake is low. During this state, we produce ketones, which are produced from the breakdown of fats in the liver. 8. Chapter 1. This is the body's plan B for energy production and in all respects, the end goal of a properly maintained keto diet. This metabolic state is not achieved through starvation of calories, rather, starvation of carbs. To give you a perspective on what meals can look like in this plan, your day may start with steamed spinach, avocado, eggs and bacon. This can later be followed up by boiled eggs, salad with olive oil and vinegar for dressing. For dinner, roasted fish or grilled meat with some veggies would do just fine. I'm sure you get the gist now. Basically, carbs are a no-no. Now, Don't worry about meal plans for now, as Chapter 3 of this book will introduce you to some healthy recipe ideas and guides for your keto diet. Who should try keto dieting? The ideal candidate for a keto diet plan is one who is looking to shed some major fat. The diet cannot be winged. It requires dedication, planning, prior preparation, and a mindset shift. However, it is advisable that you talk with your doctor and get cleared first before getting into keto dieting, in case you have a pre-existing health condition. An emphasis is placed on dedication because staying in the state of ketosis is super important for you to enjoy the full benefits of the diet. If you keep falling out of this state, you'll find that it gets harder and harder to get back without fighting hunger and cravings. How keto diet works. When you consume food high in carbs, your body will produce glucose and insulin. Here's why. Glucose is the simplest molecule for your body to convert and use as energy, so that it will be prioritized over any other energy source. Insulin is produced to process the glucose in your bloodstream by taking it around the body. Since the glucose is being used as a primary energy, your fats are not needed and are therefore stored. Typically, on a normal, higher carbohydrate diet, the body will use glucose as the main form of energy. During digestion, the body breaks down carbohydrates, like those found in the verboten foods above, into molecules of fructose, galactose, and glucose, the last of which serves as the body's primary source of energy. Limiting the amount of carbs you consume in your food denies the body the chance to convert said carbs into glucose, thus inducing your body into a state of ketosis. When the body can't draw it from carbohydrates, either because they've been cut out of the diet or because a person hasn't eaten for a long time, it looks for other forms of energy. So, what exactly is ketosis? Ketosis is a natural process the body initiates to help us survive when food intake is low. During this state, we produce ketones, which are produced from the breakdown of fats in the liver. 8. Chapter 1. This is the body's plan B for energy production and in all respects, the end goal of a properly maintained keto diet. This metabolic state is not achieved through starvation of calories, rather, starvation of carbs. To give you a perspective on what meals can look like in this plan, your day may start with steamed spinach, avocado, eggs and bacon. This can later be followed up by boiled eggs, salad with olive oil and vinegar for dressing. For dinner, roasted fish or grilled meat with some veggies would do just fine. I'm sure you get the gist now. Basically, carbs are a no-no. Now, don't worry about meal plans for now, as Chapter 3 of this book will introduce you to some healthy recipe ideas and guides for your keto diet. Who should try keto dieting? The ideal candidate for a keto diet plan is one who is looking to shed some major fat. The diet cannot be winged. It requires dedication, planning, prior preparation and a mindset shift. However, it is advisable that you talk with your doctor and get cleared first before getting into keto dieting, in case you have a pre-existing health condition. An emphasis is placed on dedication because staying in the state of ketosis is super important for you to enjoy the full benefits of the diet. If you keep falling out of this state, you'll find that it gets harder and harder to get back without fighting hunger and cravings. It boosts human growth hormone, HGH. HGH is your quintessential anti-aging hormone. It turns on genetic repair mechanisms in the body to help improve skin function and outlook. You can be 45 to 55 years old but with the skin of a 20, early 30-year-olds. HGH also improves your joint function as you age. So, those achy arthritic pains that tend to develop later in life can be pushed forward a few more decades. Boosting your HGH levels through intermittent fasting will give you a better chance of healing and repairing effectively, reducing the development of arthritis and keeping the joint supple and strong. It improves insulin sensitivity and balances blood sugar. Insulin is a fat-storing hormone and it promotes inflammation. When you create good cellular sensitivity with insulin, it actually reduces inflammation in your body and promotes fat adaptation. This means that the body starts to burn fat as its primary fuel, essentially making you a lean, mean fat-burning machine. By doing this, your body preserves muscle mass, you get stronger, you have more energy and you feel more fit. This also works to boost mental clarity and brain function. It is cheaper and saves you time. Intermittent fasting saves you the trouble of having to purchase foods and prepare 4 to 6 different meals every day. If you skip several meals a day and only eat once, that's a few less decisions you have to make on a daily basis. Keto dieting. It helps with weight loss. Since ketogenic diet promotes the burning of stored body fat as fuel, you will inevitably lose excess weight. It does this by dropping your blood levels of insulin, thereby making it harder for the body to store more fat. It boosts energy and normalizes hunger. Thanks to keto diets, your body is nourished by better and more reliable energy sources which keep you energized throughout the day. Fats are shown to be the most effective molecule to burn as fuel. Also, fat is naturally more satisfying and ends up leaving you in a satiated or full state for longer periods of time. It controls cholesterol and blood sugar. Low-carb, high-fat diets such as keto have been found to dramatically increase the concentration of high-density lipoprotein, HDL, also called the good cholesterol, while decreasing the amount of low-density lipoprotein, LDL, and also called bad cholesterol. This makes it that much easier for your body to control blood pressure. Skin improvements. Keto diets are also good for your skin. A study conducted by the University of Padova's Department of Biomedical Sciences found links between keto diets and a decrease in skin lesions and inflammations such as acne. A separate study conducted by University in Melbourne also found that high-carb diets increases the likelihood of developing skin irritations and inflammations. Put in the work roadmap to getting started on IF and keto diet. Chapter 2, Put in the work. Guidelines on how to get started. It is not recommended that you jump right into IF, especially if you are coming from the standard American diet filled with processed foods and sugars. Instead, introduce your body, gradually, to low-carb diets by cutting out the carbs systematically over, say, a couple of weeks. If you don't do this, failure will be almost inevitable because you will initially be glucose dependent and too hungry to follow it. There is a lot of misinformation on the internet about IF. Intermittent fasting should be natural and you should not struggle and feel hungry. It's a gradual process and will take time before it can be used effectively. If you are a beginner, employ these tips as a guideline until such a time as you will be comfortable stretching out your fasting periods. 1. Don't overplan IF. IF has shown great results in beginners when it is done naturally. What does this mean? Well, if it happens to be lunchtime and you don't feel hungry, just skip the meal and save it for dinner. Say it's too late to eat dinner, just skip it and instead have a heavy breakfast. What you are doing here is to gradually lay a foundation upon which a successful intermittent fasting will be built. 2. Do not force IF. Tied to the first point above, IF for beginners is not something that you want to force. Let it come naturally and avoid heavily restricting or depriving yourself. I use the word heavily because there is some form of subtle and minor restriction you can start practicing at this stage. Start by avoiding snacking between meals, and as you progress, you will cut down the portions of in between meals before skipping them altogether later on. 3. Do not idle around, keep busy. When you have a busy schedule, it is only natural that you won't be thinking about food every time. Suffice to say that you will not be spending lots of time in the kitchen either. Also, when you are busy, time flies by so fast, so you can skip meals without even knowing. 4. Remember, intermittent fasting is not a one-size-fits-all kind of approach. We have already discussed how intermittent fasting and keto diets can help you lose weight and lead a healthier life. However, this is not to say that these diet approaches will automatically fix everything wrong with your life. You have to fuse these with other aspects of healthy living such as stress management, exercise, getting enough sleep and maintaining healthy social relationships, to achieve true success in healthy living. 5. Intermittent fasting and keto diets is not for everyone. This is where I remind you once again that before practicing these approaches, you need to have a sit down with your doctor, discuss any pre-existing conditions you may have and how they factor into these diet approaches. Normally, people suffering from anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa and diabetes are not supposed to practice IF and keto. There is also some caution to be observed when you are pregnant or breastfeeding. 6. Foods to avoid for a keto diet. As mentioned before, keto diets are a low-carb, high-fat diet. So, you want to avoid grains, sugars and tubers, as they tend to be rich in carbs. You should be getting your carbs from vegetables and nuts. On that same note, foods that you will be looking to stock up are meats, dairy products, seeds, leafy vegetables, and fats like coconut oil and avocado oil. No diet plan works for everyone, and you'll have to try how these approaches work for you. If you experience side effects like sleeplessness, anxiety, irregular periods, or hormone imbalance, you should immediately see a doctor and discuss the way forward. General without restricting yourself at the same time? That is what this book aims to not only prove possible, but also demonstrate how you can make it work for you at home. Right now, let's discuss how it works. An introduction to supplementation. If you are one of the many who are adopting this new eating strategy, supplements can really help you optimize your results. For most people, new to this dieting approach and or those who work out, a few concerns tend to come up. Chief among them are the loss of lean muscle tissue, hunger and brain fog or lack of mental sharpness. Now, this is where supplements can really transform your dieting experience. The main job of supplements is to cover any nutritional deficiencies or gaps that might arise in your dieting program. They also help you maximize your performance during workouts. Over time, a few supplements such as BCAA, CLA, krill oil, green coffee pills, and L-carnitine, among several others, have proven to transform people's dieting and workout experience, helping them realize their personal goals. In the bonus section of this book, we have delved into more detail about these supplements and how you can personally use them with IF and keto diet to achieve your goals, whether they are weight loss or muscle gain. For now, let's debunk some popular myths about IF and keto diets. Intermittent fasting myths. Myth number 1. Intermittent fasting breaks muscle tissue. In a 2009 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers set out to compare standard eating patterns to intermittent fasting and their relationship to muscle breakdown. What they found was that the rate of muscle breakdown remained unaffected whether the participants ate calories spread out through multiple meals in a day or within a much smaller window. Myth number 2. Intermittent fasting lowers testosterone. While longer fasts tend to lower testosterone levels mainly due to androgen sensitivity, shorter fasts such as intermittent fasting do not have any effect on the level of testosterone in the body. As a matter of fact, short-term fasts have been shown, by some studies, to have positive effects in androgen sensitivity. Myth number 3. Intermittent fasting slows down metabolic rate. There's an endless pile of research to support the fact that the amount of daily meals, when overall caloric intake is kept the same, does not affect the rate of your metabolism. When two eating habits are compared for their effects on 24-hour energy expenditure, it makes absolutely no difference whether you 14 nibble the foods thorough the day, or gorge all of your calories in one sitting. Keto dieting myths. Myth number 1. You can eat any type of fat in keto diets. Even though keto diets are high in fat, it doesn't mean that it is green light to fill up on saturated fat sources. The Journal of American College of Nutrition explains that replacing saturated fats with unsaturated fats such as those found in fish, nuts and seeds, will help reduce the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases and cancer. Myth number 2. Your body will be fine with zero carbs. You should avoid keto diets that call for total abandonment of carbs, as this is not practical to your body and brain. They need a certain level of carbs daily, at least 150 grams, to operate optimally. Myth number 3. Keto is not for very active people or athletes. The contrary is true. A lot of athletes and active people tend to do better on a well-formulated ketogenic diet. Once you are fully adapted to the keto diet, fat becomes your body's fuel source. You are able to use dietary fat and body fat equally. Even the leanest athletes will have about 20,000 calories stored in fat cells. This is just fuel waiting to be burned. Common mistakes made. Some people experience difficulty with intermittent fasting and keto diets because they approach it in the wrong way. You need to be aware of the right methods and undertake them accordingly in order to find success with these approaches. Highlighted below are common mistakes made by people. Treating intermittent fasting and keto dieting as an excuse to eat garbage is a common mistake made by many people. When you break your fast, eat wholesome organic foods and avoid processed foods. Do not obsess over timings and eating windows. Your body should dictate when you should eat, not the clock. If you focus on time periods, you end up counting down the hours until you can eat. You never learn to understand your body's signals. Restricting calories in your keto diet when the fast breaks is also another common mistake. If you calorie restrict during your eating window, you may well end up under eating, which causes lots of unwanted changes in the body, and long term is not good for you. Failure to drink enough water is yet another common mistake. When your body is in the fasted state, it starts to break down damaged components and detoxifies the body. It is very important that you flush out those toxins by drinking lots of water. If in keto dieting can be incredibly beneficial in enhancing your overall health and well-being, but, as with anything, it must be done properly. Recipe Guide for Intermittent Fasting and Keto Diet. Snack Recipes. Bacon salad with cheddar cheese. Ingredients instructions. 7 slices of cooked bacon, 100 grams of lettuce, 50 grams of kale, 70 grams of spinach, a dozen grape tomatoes, a medium avocado, 60 grams of cheddar cheese, 3 tablespoons of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Instructions. 7 slices of cooked bacon, 100 grams of lettuce, 50 grams of kale, 70 grams of spinach, a dozen grape tomatoes, a medium avocado, 60 grams of cheddar cheese, 3 tablespoons of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Instructions. 1. In a small bowl, combine your mayo and sour cream. 2. Stir in half of your cheddar cheese to make dressing and set aside. 3. In a larger salad bowl, mix together the rest of the ingredients. 4. Scoop salad into bowls and top with the cheddar cheese dressing. This makes 5 servings with each containing 219 calories. Avocado smoothie. Ingredients. 1 large avocado, slice up. 3 ounces of heavy whipping cream. 3 ounces of unsweetened almond milk. Instructions. 1 dot in a blender, mix all the ingredients and blend. 2. Serve in a tall glass. Makes 1 serving with 587 calories. Mozzarella stuffed meatballs. Ingredients. 500 grams of ground beef, 100 grams of mozzarella, half-inch cubes, 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, salt and pepper to taste. Instructions. 1. Mix the dry ingredients with the ground beef. 2. Wrap the cubes of cheese in the mixed ground beef balls. 3. Pan fry the meatballs and cover with a lid. 2. Bacon salad with cheddar cheese. Ingredients. 1 onion, diced. 1 pepper, diced. 4 pounds of beef chuck shoulder. 15 eggs. 20 grams of heavy cream. 5 ounces of cheddar cheese. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder to taste. Instructions. 1. Fry the peppers and onions until translucent and set aside. 2. Cook the steak on high for 6 minutes or until desired internal temperature has been reached. Flip halfway. 3. Cook the steak on high for 6 minutes or until desired internal temperature has been reached. Flip halfway. 4. Combine eggs, cream, and spices in a large bowl. Cook in a nonstick pan, whisking occasionally until they are no longer runny. 5. Add cheese and whisk some more. 6. Serve all ingredients together in 1 plate. Makes 8 servings with each containing 630 calories. Frittata with cheese and tomatoes. Ingredients. 1 tablespoon ghee. 2/3 cup of feta, crumbled. 2 tablespoons freshly chopped chives or basil. Salt and pepper to taste. 6 large eggs, free range or organic. Half medium white onions, sliced. 2/3 cup cherry tomatoes, halved. Instructions. 1. Preheat oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Place the onions on a hot pan greased with ghee and cook until lightly browned. 2. Crack the eggs into a bowl and season with salt and pepper. Add finely chopped herbs and whisk. 3. Once the onion has browned, pour in the eggs and cook until you see the edges turning opaque. 4. Top with the crumbled cheese and have cherry tomatoes. Place under the broiler and cook for 5 to 7 minutes or until the top is cooked. Remove from the oven and set aside to cool down. Serve immediately. Makes 2 servings with each serving containing 435 calories. Creamy cauliflower chowder ingredients. Half cup onion, diced. Half cup carrots, diced. 1 tablespoon butter. 11/2 cup vegetable broth. 5 garlic cloves, minced. Whole head of cauliflower, chopped. 1/2 teaspoons dried oregano. 1/4 cup cream cheese. Olive oil and cooked bacon for topping, optional. Salt and pepper to taste. Instructions. In a soup pot, sauté onions and garlic in butter till soft. Add cauliflower, carrots, vegetable broth, oregano, salt and pepper and bring to a boil. Let it simmer for 15 minutes till cauliflower is tender. Use a hand blender to partly blend the soup until it is creamy. Add more water and continue simmering for about 5 minutes. Serve while hot and top with olive oil and bacon. Makes 4 servings with each serving containing 145 calories. Frittata with cheese and tomatoes. Ingredients. 1 tablespoon ghee. 2/3 cup of feta, crumbled. 2 tablespoons freshly chopped chives or basil. Salt and pepper to taste. 6 large eggs, free range or organic. Half medium white onions, sliced. 2/3 cup cherry tomatoes, halved. Instructions. 1. Preheat oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Place the onions on a hot pan greased with ghee and cook until lightly browned. 2. Crack the eggs into a bowl and season with salt and pepper. Add finely chopped herbs and whisk. 3. Once the onion has browned, pour in the eggs and cook until you see the edges turning opaque. 4. Top with the crumbled cheese and have cherry tomatoes. Place under the broiler and cook for 5 to 7 minutes or until the top is cooked. Remove from the oven and set aside to cool down. Serve immediately. Makes 2 servings with each serving containing 435 calories. Creamy cauliflower chowder ingredients. Half cup onion, diced. Half cup carrots, diced. 1 tablespoon butter. 11/2 cup vegetable broth. 5 garlic cloves, minced. Whole head of cauliflower, chopped. 1/2 teaspoons dried oregano. 1/4 cup cream cheese. Olive oil and cooked bacon for topping, optional. Salt and pepper to taste. Instructions. In a soup pot, sauté onions and garlic in butter till soft. Add cauliflower, carrots, vegetable broth, oregano, salt and pepper and bring to a boil. Let it simmer for 15 minutes till cauliflower is tender. Use a hand blender to partly blend the soup until it is creamy. Add more water and continue simmering for about 5 minutes. Serve while hot and top with olive oil and bacon. Makes 4 servings with each serving containing 145 calories. Chocolate coconut cups. Ingredients. Half cup coconut butter, melted half cup cocoa powder, half cup coconut oil, 1 serving of gluten-free granulated sweetener. Instructions. 1. Line a mini muffin tin with mini muffin liners and set aside. 2. Melt the coconut oil, add cocoa powder and mix until fully combined and no clumps remain. Add the sweetener. 3. Quickly coat the bottom and sides of the muffin liners with melted chocolate. Ensure a little is left over to top with later. Place the chocolate-coated muffin tins in the freezer for a few minutes to firm up. 4. Remove from freezer and divide the coconut butter amongst the cups. Top with the remaining chocolate and freeze again until firm. Makes 15 to 18 mini cups with each cup containing 95 calories. A word on supplementation. Protein isolate. What is? Protein isolate is a form of dietary supplementation that is popular among many individuals looking to build muscle. It is especially popular in active individuals such as athletes for its ability to help bring the body from a catabolic state after a workout. Also referred to as whey protein isolate or whey isolate, it is one of the 3 possible forms of whey protein that exist. The other forms are whey concentrate and whey hydrolysate, And the only difference between protein isolate and the other forms of protein is simply the fact that it undergoes more processing and therefore has higher protein content. How whey it protein is created. Isolate is essentially a byproduct of milk. To put it simply, it is made from the liquid part of milk. In the process of creation of cheese, the liquid portion of the milk is what is referred to as whey, and it is from it that protein isolate is made. In order to create it, manufacturers pass milk through a fine filter in order to separate the liquid from the curds. This liquid is dried to form whey concentrate, which is then further purified to become whey protein isolate. It is often manufactured as whey isolate powder that can be very easily mixed into post-workout foods such as smoothies and teas. How IT works. During a normal workout, the overall protein balance of the body will be in the negative as the process of muscle protein breakdown for energy becomes faster than the rate of muscle protein synthesis. After your workout routine is over, muscle protein breakdown stops since your body no longer requires the energy to facilitate the workout. Protein synthesis continues, and it is at this point that protein isolate is ingested in order to increase muscle protein synthesis, therefore helping you build muscle. Whey protein isolate is often recommended as a post-workout supplement because it is after a workout that the body recovers by building on muscle using the protein present within it. Supplying it with whey protein isolate at this crucial time helps you build more muscle much faster. It is very bioavailable, meaning that it is very easily absorbed into the body. This makes it an ideal post-workout supplement that requires very little digestion before it actually helps you build on muscle. BCAA, branched chain amino acid. The term BCAA is an acronym for branched chain amino acid. It refers to certain types of supplements that are comprised of the three essential amino acids that are leucine, valine and isoleucine. They have become popular for their popularized use as workout and muscle building fuel. This is because of their ability to help increase muscle protein synthesis while reducing the rate of muscle breakdown, thereby encouraging the body to build on more muscle. How they are created. BCAAs are often referred to as essential amino acids, meaning that they are the kinds of amino acids that are not naturally synthesized in the body. This means that our bodies cannot produce them by themselves, and we are thus meant to obtain them from outside sources. Essential amino acids are often found in various forms of food that we consume on a daily basis. They could be from animal or plant sources that are simply processed to produce these amino acids in a more concentrated form. It is this concentrated form that is then packaged and sold as supplements either in powder, liquid or capsule form. How they work. Amino acids are often referred to as the building blocks of the body. This is because they facilitate the process of muscle building. When you carry out the various exercises in your routine, your body can begin to break down muscle for energy. What BCAAs do is reduce this muscle breakdown rate while stimulating the body to build muscle instead. BCAAs are essential amino acids available in a more concentrated form. Therefore, what normal foods that are high in amino acids can do for your body, BCAAs can do much faster and much more effectively. BCAAs have experienced an increase in popularity precisely because they enable you to have more effective and longer-lasting workouts. Serotonin levels tend to go up when you work out, due to the increase in tryptophan amino acid levels in the brain. Serotonin is the hormone that makes you feel good, more accomplished and ultimately more tired after working out. With the essential amino acids from BCAAs at a much higher concentration in your body, the levels of serotonin produced are not as high, making you feel less fatigued and therefore able to carry out your workout routines for longer periods of time. CLA. Conjugated linoleic acid. What is? CLA is an acronym for conjugated linoleic acid. It refers to a dietary supplement that is lauded by many for its ability to help reduce body fat. For this reason, it has become a very popular nutritional supplement for people looking to shed a few extra pounds. It has been marketed across the world as a weight loss supplement, and it is popular among many people pursuing general health and fitness through the burning of excess fat in the body. It is often recommended along with a set diet for the added benefits that it contributes to the weight loss process. How conjugated is created. Linoleic acid is essentially a fatty acid that is manufactured from the omega-6 fatty acids that can be found in the rumens of grass-fed animals such as goats, cows and sheep. It is naturally available in foods such as beef and dairy. These are the currently known sources of CLA, although research is still being conducted to identify more possible sources. It is from these sources and various processes involved that it is synthesized, and it is often sold as a capsule that is taken as part of everyday diet. How IT works? CLA aids in weight loss in a number of ways. First, it increases the body's basal metabolic rate, meaning that the body is able to burn food for energy at a much faster rate. This prevents any calories from being stored in the body as fat, since it is burned for energy instead. Numerous studies have also linked it to inhibition of fat production as well as reduction in calorie intake to prevent any excessive fat storage in the body. It also strengthens the muscle tissues, which means that it is perfect for people looking to burn some fat while maintaining some muscle integrity as well. While fat burning is what CLA is widely known for, it also has numerous other health benefits. It has also been found to have a positive effect on diseases such as breast, colon, and prostate cancer. CLA has also been found to help improve the body's overall immune system while also helping to lessen the effects of conditions such as cardiovascular diseases and even diabetes. It is hailed as an overall health-improving dietary supplement, with a lot of research backing up the numerous claims of its positive effects. Krill oil. Krill oil is a type of supplement that has gained rapid popularity for its numerous health benefits. It is widely considered to be a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids such as eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA. It has become a popular alternative to common fish oil, especially after being marketed as superior and containing a higher content of the same fatty acids. While more research is still required, many swear by its health benefits that range from lowering of cholesterol to reducing inflammation. How krill are krill a certain oil type of is crustacean made that is typically found in the open seas. They are similar appearance to shrimp and are about as small as well. They are among the most common food that whales like to eat. Once krill are caught in the open seas, they are taken to plants where different kinds of operations such as solvent and non-solvent processing methods are used to extract the oil from them. The oil is then purified, packaged and sold as krill oil capsules. There are some manufacturers that sell it as is, but they are few and far between, since the most common form of consumption that many have become familiar with are the capsules. Benefits of krill oil. Krill oil is famous for the myriad of health benefits that it brings to the human body. It is an amazing anti-inflammatory supplement. Some studies have found that krill oil contains astaxanthin, a pink-orange pigment that is able to effectively reduce inflammation significantly. The omega-3 fatty acids found in krill oil have been linked to improved heart health. They have been found to help in increasing the levels of good cholesterol, HDL, while reducing the levels of bad cholesterol, LDL. The same fatty acids also have anticoagulant effects, meaning that they prevent blood clotting that could be dangerous to the heart, therefore reducing the risk of strokes and heart attacks. Other health benefits of krill oil include pain reduction for people with arthritis and joint pain. Overall, krill oil is bioavailable, meaning that it is easily absorbed into the body, and it is therefore fast-acting. It is an all-rounded supplement that can be taken when you are not getting enough omega-3 in your diet. L-carnitine. What is? L-carnitine is a type of amino acid that naturally occurs in the body, but is also available as a popular supplement for people looking to lose a little weight. It is widely known as the fat-burning supplement because it has been found to aid the body in burning fat to produce energy. As such, it is popular among many as a dietary supplement taken to aid in various eating and exercise regimen that are mostly geared toward weight loss and the burning of body fat. How it is made. As mentioned before, L-carnitine is a naturally occurring amino acid. This means that it is available in the body, although this is only to a certain extent. It is formed in the liver and the kidneys, from the combination of the two amino acids methionine and lysine. It can also be found in other food sources such as meat and fish. It is from these sources that it is extracted and purified before being processed into capsules that are then ingested with a normal diet. People who don't eat much meat, such as vegetarians and vegans, will often find themselves needing L-carnitine supplementation. How L-carnitine works. L-carnitine is widely referred to as the fat burner supplement because of the way that it works within the body. L-carnitine is available in the muscle tissues of the body, and it is from here that it facilitates the transportation of fat into the mitochondria of the cells, where they are burned to produce energy. In this way, the presence of L-carnitine in your body allows the fat in your body to be burned to produce energy. It has therefore become an almost essential part of many weight loss programs and a supplement of choice for many. While it is effective as a weight loss supplement, L-carnitine has a host of other health benefits as well. Some studies have found it to improve overall performance when performing physical activity by helping to increase oxygen supply to the muscle tissue, reducing soreness after a workout and improving recovery rate of the same muscles afterwards. It has also been linked to the reduction of symptoms for conditions such as type 2 diabetes by improving the body's response to meals that are dense in carbohydrates. Apple cider pills. What apple cider vinegar pills are a relatively new kind of supplement in the weight loss industry is that many claim to be quite effective for shedding a few extra pounds. They are famous as appetite suppressors that prevent people from unnecessary weight gain through overeating. They have become popular over the years with many including them in their diets to aid in their weight loss efforts. How apple it cider is vinegar made is vinegar that is made from the processing of apples. It is traditionally quite bitter to the taste, and ingesting it is very difficult for many people to manage. Apple cider pills seek to make this easier by taking the apple cider vinegar in its liquid form, dehydrating it and packaging the post-hydrated contents as a pill or capsule. This is meant to make it far easier for people to consume certain dosages of apple cider vinegar without experiencing the effects of the bitter aftertaste. It is then taken this way as a dietary supplement for the many benefits that it provides to the body. How they work. It is often recommended that apple cider vinegar pills be consumed 30 minutes to an hour before a meal, because it is in this way that they are most effective. This is because the acetic acid that is present in apple cider vinegar makes an individual feel fuller, which means that they will not eat as much as they would without the acetic vinegar present. Other studies have also found that apple cider vinegar helps the body to burn more fat to produce more energy, although to a minimal extent. In these two ways, apple cider vinegar pills have become popular for both encouraging more fat burning while also suppressing appetite in order to prevent unnecessary overeating. While they are primarily promoted as weight loss supplements, there are other health benefits to apple cider vinegar pills as well. Apple cider vinegar also contains minerals such as potassium and calcium, which are essential in promoting cardiovascular health among many other functions. Apple cider vinegar pills are also great for relieving symptoms such as heartburn and nausea. They are also great for the skin, thanks to their astringent properties which help cleanse the skin of wrinkles, worry lines and even sensitive conditions like acne. Vitamin C. What is? Vitamin C supplements are among some of the most common supplements that you will find in the market today. They are most notably known for their numerous health benefits that range from boosting immunity to improving cardiovascular health. They are the most widely recommended supplements for people pursuing overall body health and wellness through their diets. How vitamin C is what experts call an essential vitamin. This means that the body cannot or manufacture it by itself, and so it is important that we obtain it through the food that we consume. Vitamin C can be found in many foods such as citrus fruits, tomatoes, cabbage, mangoes, green peppers and berries. However, it is also possible to manufacture vitamin C in a laboratory. This is referred to as synthetic vitamin C, and it is what many of the vitamin C supplements in the market today are made of. Scientifically speaking, there is no difference between naturally occurring vitamin C and laboratory manufactured vitamin C. What a supplement tablet or capsule contains, however, depends on the supplement manufacturer. Benefits. Vitamin C is first of and vitamin foremost an antioxidant, meaning that it is exceptional at counteracting the effects of oxidation which can be damaging to the body cells. Oxidation causes oxidative stress which releases free radicals into the body that can destroy cells and even cause premature aging. This helps to strengthen the body's natural defenses against potentially harmful agents that could cause diseases such as cancer, arthritis and heart diseases. Vitamin C also helps to lower blood pressure, making it great for people suffering from high blood pressure. It does this by relaxing the blood vessels that carry blood to the heart, preventing them from becoming too constricted. Vitamin C is also well known to help boost the body's natural immunity. It does so by encouraging the body's production of white blood cells, which are well known to protect the body from infections. It also protects the already existing red blood cells from radical damage due to oxidation, which improves their function. Some studies have also linked vitamin C to faster healing time for wounds. This may have something to do with helping to improve the functioning of platelets, another set of blood cells with the specific function of helping blood clot effectively around torn tissue. Green coffee pills. What green is coffee pills are dietary supplements that are made from green coffee bean extract. They have received a fair amount of popularity as supplements that aid in weight loss efforts. This fame skyrocketed when they were talked about by famous TV show host Dr. Mehmet Oz as being able to promote weight loss. Since then they have become a popular go-to supplement for people looking to cut down on a few extra pounds in conjunction with a fair amount of dieting and exercise. How normal day coffee is made when coffee beans are dried and roasted. It is believed that roasting coffee are made beans often reduces the content of chlorogenic acid, one of the main active ingredients in coffee when it is still unroasted. It is from these green coffee beans that green coffee bean extract is obtained, and it is rich in chlorogenic acid. Green coffee pills are manufactured from green coffee bean extract. The process of extraction often involves operations that avoid heating up the beans in order to prevent loss of chlorogenic acid. It is this extract that is then dehydrated, packaged and sold as pills for supplementation. How in order they to promote weight loss, it is thought that the chlorogenic acid from green coffee pills targets the body's natural metabolism. It is said to improve metabolism, allowing you to burn fat that was previously stored in the body faster. This prevents any conversion of extra calories into fat that can be stored in the body to increase body fat content and weight. This is not the only benefit of chlorogenic acid's presence in the body. It also promotes significant blood sugar reduction, which can be instrumental in helping manage diseases such as diabetes. There are also studies that link it to the management of blood pressure, as it has been found to help reduce blood pressure through the dilation of constricting blood vessels. While the popularity of green coffee pills is indeed undisputed, there are still more studies that are yet to be conducted to further verify the effectiveness of green coffee bean extract as a supplement. There is also the consideration that different body types may process the pills differently, with some side effects that have been noted, including stomach upsets, restlessness, and even nausea in some cases. Conclusions. You now understand that practicing intermittent fasting and keto diet approach has way more upside than downside. The benefits are like dominoes and are endless, from cutting weight, reducing blood sugar levels and reducing your risk of lifestyle diseases to simplifying your life in general, keeping your budget low and building lean and mean muscle. Take your pick. With a wealth of evidence-based science backing this approach to dieting, the only question left for you is, when can you start? My name is Stefan Enake, I'm a registered nutrition specialist at FN, with an experience of over 15 years in sport industry and 7 years in fitness industry. Last few years I dedicated my career to study, write and research a Perfect Diet ebook and the Perfect Muscle Gain ebook, working and studying under names like Lazaron Golov, ex-bodybuilder Heather Oakes, Maya Adam, MD from Stanford University, and my project partner Dr. Anum Khan, MBBS.